Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Casey Maldonado. We are so excited to be back on campus and kick off our latest season. To help us make the hottest content to keep our Bronx updated is none other than our new team made up of 13 talented Rider students. On this week's episode, we'll take you behind the scenes to learn more about our team here at The Rundown. To start us off, let's get to know a little bit more about me. I'm a junior journalism major with a concentration in broadcast. Here at The Rundown, I'm one of the anchors and behind-the-scenes editors. Let's take a look more into what I do here at Rider.
Hi everyone, today we have the newest addition to our team at the Rider Rundown, reporter Casey Maldonado. Originally from Gloucester City, New Jersey, living with two younger brothers and an older sister, Casey is a junior broadcast journalism major who is involved in multiple things here at Rider and is ready for the spotlight. Casey is involved in Greek life on the Rider University Greek Council as the Vice President of Development and Risk Reduction. She is the social media manager of the Rider women's soccer team and future host of Rider Sports Report. Casey has interned at KYW in the news study program, where she wrote her own news packages and worked in the studio, which she is hopeful will prepare her to be a versatile journalist and a sports reporter on the sidelines. When she is not writing, she loves being a homebody. She loves watching Netflix and cooking almost all of her meals. We are so happy to have Casey on the team and can't wait for more stories from her to come. This is Ali Polhemus for the Rider Rundown.
The Rundown has many new faces joining our team behind the scenes and on screen this season. To ring in the new year, we welcome junior broadcast journalism major Allison Polhemus. Here's Allison's story. Joining our team at the Rider Rundown is our newest producer and Bronc, Allison Polhemus. Allison is a transfer student from Ocean County College who did not hesitate in getting involved here at Rider University in her first semester. Prior to becoming a Bronc, Allison wrote for the newspaper at Ocean County College. When transferring to Rider, Allison quickly discovered her passion for behind-the-scenes producing. This passion thus led Allison to get involved with the Rider Sports News, where she is now the sole producer. With that being said, you can look forward to Allison bringing you all the latest updates on our Bronx athletics. Aside from Allison's interest in producing the hottest content for the Bronx, she also enjoys doing yoga in her free time. Being the youngest of two older sisters, Allison's family would describe her as a thoughtful girl with a big sense of humor. It's evident that Allison brings a lot to the team, and we look forward to having her here with us on the 2022 edition of The Rundown. This is Casey Maldonado reporting from the Rider Rundown. Another one of our new anchors this semester is Luke Lombardi. He is a senior journalism major with an interest in sports. Let's take a look at what we found out about Luke.
Starting out on our team is Luke Lombardi, majoring in journalism. He works on the Rider News as a sport columnist, and he will be working as a writer and reporter on our team. Luke started out trying to get a foot in the door into filming and found his way through the sports director at his old school. He was offered a job to film sports games, and he took it. He wants to write many news stories about these sports games. Many sports games.
I started filming at my county college when they started paying me for basketball, and even though I don't do it for a job anymore, it's given me the ability to do things for school projects and sport projects easier in my own free time.
Look out for a mental health piece in the Rider News from him this week. Here's to a good semester for Luke Lombardi. Let's all wish him well. Back to you.
Frank Klingenberg is another new anchor on our team. He is a senior multi-platform journalism major who has covered some very interesting stories in the past.
Frank Klingenberg is a senior multi-platform journalism major who is joining our team this semester. He runs a family history blog that started as a curiosity and turned into a love for investigation. Even though when Klingenberg is working he is serious, he has a fun side, as evidenced when he accidentally got himself elected.
Well, on election day, I decided to write my name in on the ballot because they weren't giving me a choice on which candidate to put in, so I put myself in. A couple of weeks later, I get a letter in the mail from the Bucks County Board of Elections. So I open it up and they're telling me I'm in a draw, a four-way draw. I'm like, okay, this is cool, I'm gonna hang this letter up. A couple of weeks later, the draw ends up being that I am the winner of two elections, judge of elections and minority inspector of elections. So that's how I got elected.
Klingenberg is also in some fun stories, including the time he toured the tunnels under his old college of Bucks County Community College, which he won an award for. We are all excited for Frank to join the team for the rest of this semester.
One of the Rundown's newest team members is senior sports media major George Walton. Let's get to know a little bit more about George.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor Tunstall and I'm here to introduce you to our newest member on the team. Our newest reporter, George, started wrestling when he was only 6 years old. His wrestling career really started to take off when he attended his nationally ranked high school for wrestling. During high school, he placed twice in the state, which ultimately led to him receiving a scholarship, landing him here at Rider University. George is currently on the Rider wrestling team where he is in the 184 weight class. When he isn't working out or lifting with his team, he can be found playing video games with friends on his PS5. His favorite game is Madden, while his favorite team is the Philadelphia Eagles. He's also very family-oriented, and he enjoys his home life with his mom, father, and his older sister. George plans on pursuing a sports media career in football or basketball due to him being involved in sports his whole life. Some fun facts about our newest reporter is that his favorite music artist is Lil Baby. He loves the Fast and Furious movie series, and his favorite color is green.
Taylor Tunstall is another news anchor joining us. Taylor is a junior studying broadcast journalism who has experience working with 107.7 Bronx News.
Taylor is a Rider student who is from Newark, New Jersey, who is currently a junior who is studying broadcast journalism.
Taylor works for the 107.7 Bronx News as the promotion director, which is scheduling and organizing plans. The news always inspired Taylor. Taylor also loves listening to music, so she enjoys hearing herself on air. Some cool events Taylor covered was Screen Stream, the Halloween event, the Outside Wrestling event, some open houses, and my favorite, hosting Angie Martinez here on campus. Taylor is so talented that she was nominated for a national award at the Marconi Award ceremony. Taylor's dream job is to be an investigative journalist because she's into criminal justice. Or Taylor is also interested in hosting her own radio show in New York City.
Sean Harrington is a senior sports media major who grew up in the same town as Bruce Springsteen and Danny DeVito. Sean aspires to be the next Asbury Park native to hit it big. Let's take a look at what Sean brings to the rundown.
Sean Harrington is a senior studying sports media at Rider University in hopes of one day producing live sporting events on television. His favorite sports teams, the New Jersey Devils, New York Jets, and New York Yankees, fueled his passion for sports at a young age. His childhood fanhood led Sean towards a career in sports production. Sean works within Rider as a member of 107.7 The Bronx, as the producer of the sports show The Overtime, which is nominated for a National Collegiate IBS Radio Award for the Best Sports Update. Sean is also part of the production staff for the Rider ice hockey team, a reporter for Rider Sports Report, and formerly produced a radio show on 98.7 ESPN New York Radio. Sean is also a brother of the Theta Chi fraternity.
Alex Schwab is a junior broadcast journalism major with a minor in film and media studies. A Washington, New Jersey native, Alex is another new member joining our broadcast team.
Alex has been involved in the production of over 25 student short films, with experience behind and in front of the camera. But there's one short film that he finds most memorable. The film, titled 8-Man Music Video, Alex wears a gorilla suit and plays a domesticated ape, and the video currently has over 3,000 views on YouTube. I got a chance to ask him how it feels knowing that more than 3,000 people have seen him in a gorilla suit. His answer? He said it isn't as embarrassing as you would think, but the worst part was how hot it was inside of the costume. He also bragged how he still has it. Alex has dreams of living and working in Los Angeles as a production member for Hollywood blockbusters. We may even see his star on Hollywood Boulevard at some point. Producing and starring in so many student films has brought a long list of attributions to his name, and we are really excited to have him as our newest member of The Rundown. I'm Sean Harrington for The Rundown.
The Rider men's basketball team is looking forward to the 2022 MAC tournament and possibly our 2022 NCAA tournament as well. Our new sports media reporter, Zach Helfer, will be covering the rest of the season. Here's a little bit more about Zach.
Dreams can come in many shapes and sizes. I'm hoping a dream of mine can be fulfilled this year as I plan to cover the 2022 MAC basketball tournament for your Rider Bronx. Hello, my name is Zach Helfer, and I'm a new reporter for The Rundown. I'm a senior that is majoring in sports media and have been at Rider University for 3 years. I previously attended Syracuse University for 2 years, where I studied business. At a young age, it's easy to be aspirational about being a successful businessman. But my love and passion for sports was always going to take over, and look where I'm at now. I don't have a ton of experience working in the field of sports media, but given the opportunity to cover collegiate basketball is something that I will always cherish. I'm going to be breaking down all things Rider basketball related along with the other teams in the MAC as Rider looks to make a push towards the NCAA tournament. I'm looking forward to hearing feedback from you guys as we look to make this final push from the men's basketball team a fun one. You can find me on all my socials at Zach Helfer along with my email down below. And as always, go Bronx.
Up next is one of our new reporters, Asia McGill, a third-year Rider student from New Jersey who plans to take her major in multi-platform journalism to the news world after graduation. Here's more about Asia.
Hi, my name is Asia McGill, and I'm a multi-platform journalism major here at Rider University. I am currently a third-year junior, working to become a travel journalist one day. When I first came to Rider, in all honesty, I wasn't 100% sure where my experience was going to take me. I didn't know what I was going to major in, I just knew I wanted to go to college. I started off in psychology, and it was alright in the beginning, but I knew it wasn't really the career that was meant for me. After almost 3 semesters of being unhappy in my major, I finally decided to make a change. And I kept thinking to myself, what's something that I can do that I enjoy and don't mind having as a career in the long run? Until one day, my mom said, why don't you try journalism? You're a really good writer. And that got me to thinking, maybe I should go into writing because it is something that I enjoy and something that I consider one of my stronger subjects of academia. Finally, I chose journalism, and ever since I've never felt so connected within a major. In the future, I hope to pursue my passion for journalism in the real world, where I can travel to places of stories untold.
How does a track star who has been an athlete all her life go from failing a test in her film production class in high school to then becoming one of our reporters on the team? Well, here's a small segment about just that. Let's take a look.
Hey everybody, I'm Allison Riches and I'm on the crew for Under the Hat. Today we have Pablo, who's a magician here in our school.
The Hatboro Horsham Hatters will be taking on the Abington Ghosts in a nice softball game today. My name is Alex Donaldson and here I have Allie. So, what about today's matchup?
Well, today I believe the Hatters are going to have a really nice game today. They're going up against the Abington Ghosts, who only have 3 wins under their belt.
Now off to Mr. Baker showing off his new gadget with Allie? Why is she in every segment? My director, who coincidentally is Allie, is telling me to be quiet and get to the story. Here it is!
Hello, I am Allison Riches and I'm going to be one of the new news reporters on The Rundown. Some of you may recognize me from the Under the Hat bi-weekly news magazine show, and some of you may recognize me from running around on Rider University's campus filming live sporting events for Bronx Vision. Either way, how did I get into broadcasting? Well, ironically, I was failing in film class production in high school. I got extra credit by filming one of the basketball games, and ever since then, that hands-on experience has given me 2 award-winning Emmys and also 4 award film productions. With that being said, with all of my accomplishments, I am excited to get back in front of the camera and start working with the production team on The Rundown. Hope to see you the rest of the semester and giving you news about Rider University's campus.
Before we wrap up the show, here's a little bit more about our news team here at The Rundown.
Tara Coffey is a senior broadcast journalism major with a minor in film and media studies and who is overjoyed to join our team this semester. Tara is a transfer student from Montclair State University and was an acting major before finding her home at Rider University and her passion for writing and reporting. You may recognize her, or more specifically her voice, from Rider's own radio station, 107.7 The Bronx, where she has 2 of her own radio shows. Coffee Corner, where she plays country music, and Curtain Call, which is dedicated to Broadway and show tunes. She has a few articles published in both Rider University's student-run newspaper, The Rider News, as well as being a staff writer for Brookdale Community College's newspaper, The Current. Tara hopes to one day continue her on-air or in front of the camera reporting with the Walt Disney Company. Tara is also immensely grateful for her mother and her emotional support cat that help her get through every single day. Her love for on-air reporting and writing led her to finally find her place in the broadcast journalism field. We are all thrilled to have Tara join us this semester.
Hi, I'm Danielle Tyson, and I'm more than overjoyed to join our broadcast team. I'm from East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm a junior here at Rider University. I majored in broadcast journalism, and I had minors in both business and theater. My ultimate career goal is to have my own talk show, so I think this is great practice to getting where I need to be. I work for the radio station. I'm a producer for Kurt Baker's show, Master Your Finances, and I have also had a story published in the Rider News. Along with that, I'm part of the field hockey team, and I'm SAC Vice President, which is the Student Athletic Advisory Council. And a fun fact about me is that I have a pet hamster.
Well, that brings us to the end of this week's show. I'm Casey Maldonado. Thanks for watching.